Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Inside the Eagles Nest. I'm David Griffith, the voice of the Fort Lauderdale Eagles, and I have a very familiar guest with you today. Joining me again, Coach Edil Pavon of men's soccer, ladies and gentlemen. Coach, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
So, first road trip of the season for Fort Lauderdale soccer this past weekend, going on the road to Daytona, and then going on the road against Trinity. Now, Friday was a loss, a shutout, but then you bounced back on Saturday to beat Trinity 6-0, setting a record for goals by the school. Was it something that you said that helped the team bounce back from their defeat on Friday? Or was it their own mentality that helped do that?
It was a combination of both. It's something the way I work their mentality after we lost the game, but I don't consider that a loss. No, that was for us and for me, it was a winning experience because consider that we didn't travel with a big roster, and the way we play and the way we execute the tactic and the strategy, playing versus a wonderful team which is Daytona, I would say that was a win for me because that's the way I see it. I see soccer just because the result doesn't say that you win or you lost. Is what you do on the field, and what we did on the field that made me feel proud of my athletes.
And then the bounce back game against Trinity. Not only did you win that game 6-0, but also your team had 16 shots on goal. Just think if all of them would have gone in, that would have been, I guess, as close to a perfect game as you can imagine.
And that goes back to what I was saying before. The result doesn't show the reality. Just you can say it was 6-0 and it was an easy game, and it was not. Trust me, Trinity, the way they play, I would say it wasn't easy for us to score the first goal. Okay, I'd rather to win a game 1-0 and playing good than winning a game 6-0 and not having how can I say like an opposition at all. And Trinity was a good opposition to us.
And you talked last week about passing the ball. Well, apparently against Trinity they did just that because two of your players had 2 goals apiece.
Yes, sir.
So I guess that's spreading the wealth, which is what you wanted, and that's what the players wanted, so they're able to share in the glory.
That's exactly what I don't want. I don't want them to take the glory just for them. If that's the case, they can go play any individual sport. But this is a team sport. So they're understanding the idea that in order for us to be successful, we need to pass the ball, we need to share the ball with each other.
And now looking forward to the future, you play Eckerd this week, a game that was supposed to actually happen a few weeks ago but got canceled because of the weather. So now you finally get a chance to face them up there. So is the game plan going up against Eckerd still the same, or is there going to be something different because this is later in the season and you're going up against them at a time later than you were supposed to?
It's gonna be something different because first of all, the players, like you said before, they're understanding the idea of sharing the ball and playing as a team. And not only that, they are more compact and they're more like family now, and they have more experience. Put it in other words, that we have more experience than the one that we have at the beginning of the season. And I would say this is gonna be a good game too.
And I mentioned to you about the future with Eckerd. Let me talk about even more in the future. As the season gets ready to reach its final steps here, what's the goal for the team that you have for the team going forward towards the end of the season?
Okay, my goal first is to have a group, and from that group to make a team, because there's 2 different things. A group, a person is just a simple group. A team, we share ideas, we share so many things, right? Besides just to be together. My goal is to keep them working the same way or even better and try to give them more ideas towards next season, not this season. And just to get them do well in the classroom too.
So it's all about getting them to play together as a team, including passing the ball.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what you always clarify or specify to them.
Yes.
Coach Pavon, thank you for joining us today.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for your time and for the opportunity to talk to our fans.
Coach Pavon of men's soccer, David Griffith, voice of Fort Lauderdale Athletics. This has been Inside the Eagles Nest. So long, everybody.